Alright YouTube, so for today's vlog I'll be piggybacking off my last vlog where I talked about the Nosferatu style werewolf movie made by the same director, and today's vlog will be very similar because I'll be kind of talking about my version of this, which I pretty much talked about in the last vlog, but let's put it this way, I have some more points to add as well as some other ideas for the movie that I figure, hey, why not share? And knowing the creative person I am, I'll be tying that in with a little bit of a sketchbook tour. So here's the second concept art I created of Ware-wolf. Now, I'll give you guys a close look. Just know every little detail I put in this, I put so much intention in. Nothing went unnoticed with me. So if you see those two little gold earrings, that I do not have gold earrings, but diamond earrings, but that's besides the point. I put these earrings on them because, you know, I want to see if small details of like this werewolf character is not just a sympathetic werewolf, not like a hero turned villain. No, he's a pure villain, and he's rich and wealthy, and he likes to show that off with his golden earrings, as well as his fangs, which werewolves have, and he's got blood around his eyes. And if you zoom in closely, you can also see the purplish brown color around him, but he's got his primary eye color is blue, because I wanted to show a little bit of the humanity in him, but he's not really a good human, so to speak, just more so humanity in a literal concept, because it goes to the next point I want to make with a werewolf. And yes, I will show more of his design and more of the details in a moment, but I feel like it would be cool to see like a werewolf that's just like pure evil, pure monstrosity, not just like, you know, the generic like guy gets bitten by a wolf, betrays his family inadvertently, and you know, kind of boring and cliche. So I just want to see a werewolf that's just out to get society, out to get the people of his time, and just like, you know, so evil like Count Orlok. Sorry, I just ran out of breath, so I had to pause the camera and catch my breath, because sometimes I speak really fast on camera, as you guys probably can tell by now. But if you saw the thumbnail, you'll know the actor I had in mind for this character of werewolf was Andrew Garfield, and the way this came to be was sort of, I know I said it was kind of like a character I couldn't see, or an actor I could see but like couldn't see, and I just kind of picked him randomly because, I don't know, I thought it would be fun to see him transformed into a werewolf. And the only little bits of Garfield you can see in this werewolf are the cool hairstyle, but probably wouldn't give that to the werewolf. But I want us to do this because this drawing was actually more so an intention of like the behind the scenes image, so I probably would have my werewolf, or Robert Eggers' werewolf, have a different hairstyle, but definitely still keep the long sideburns as well as these facial scars and scars throughout him. He's also got massive hands and massive forearms, which I'm a little envious of. But he has those because he's as intimidating and scary as possible and so strong. But another reason for his massive forearms and hands and not massive upper arms is, well, he has a little bit of muscle imbalance, but it's not the point. Is that he wears like his cloak over it, so you don't really see those parts of his arms or his chest. You more so just see his forearms and his hands, so he needs those to be as massive, scary, and intimidating as possible. And also gave him some little rings on. I can't tell which hand I drew the rings on. Sorry, that's a little embarrassing, but gave him rings because similar to the earrings, he's like a person in a werewolf, but likes to show off his wealth. Alright YouTube, so for this drawing, I based this off A24's Edgar Allan Poe's, or the Edgar Allan Poe A24 movie rumored to star Sydney Sweeney. So this is her in sort of an old-fashioned outfit with a cross necklace or crucifix and a candle, which are both small things to keep the werewolves away, which the werewolf will be active, as you can see the moon there. Like I said with my drawings, I'm very intentional with the little details I put in. You know, speaking of Edgar Allan Poe, I actually got a book about him, or a book of his best stories, because after seeing that rumor, I realized, like, you know, I think his work could be really interesting. And I heard Husky, shout out Husky for the Beats too, say he read and liked some of his stuff, so I'm definitely interested in reading it. And I bring that up because here you go, here's the book, the evidence and proof that I bought the book, and can't wait to read it and give you guys a review on that. So like I said in my previous werewolf vlog, I want werewolf to just be the villain. I don't want there to be 50 werewolves, 50 or any other vampires for that matter. But with that being said, I did draw Jones Beach, me, myself, and I, in the style of a vampire Nosferatu type character. This was the character I gave the rings. I was searching on werewolf to try to find the rings, but forgot that it was actually myself I drew the rings on, so that clarifies that. But also got a lantern there and a blood red moon, because although he's not really a moon creature, he sure as hell is a creature. So I'll conclude this vlog by saying I can't wait to see the Robert Eggers werewolf movie, as well as his little cinematic universe, so to speak, because Nosferatu, I'm still not over how good that movie was, and surprised the mixed reviews, sorta. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the drawings as well as my ideas behind how this could go. But another thing I should mention before I conclude this vlog is I was sort of tying in with the casting for the werewolf movie, just like, since we know so little about it, I just picked something random and piggybacked off Andrew Garfield's character as sort of Spider-Man, and sort of based off characters that came in Spider-Man type movies, which I know Sydney Sweeney was in one, but I heard nothing but bad things about that movie. But with so many different Spider-Man movies, that's like, good places to pull actors and actresses from, because like I said, there are so many, so it's different universes, different versions of characters, and mostly good actors and actresses in those movies. Because I know Willem Dafoe was also in Spider-Man as Green Goblin, and he was in Nosferatu as the vampire hunter, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the werewolf movie. That's one thing I will say, I am fairly certain about the casting of werewolf movie. But that being said, I hope it's kind of like, I hope they make a reference to him being in Nosferatu, but make it subtle. So yeah, this has been today's vlog. Thank you all so much for watching. See you more soon. Good night.